Welcome dear students. I am Dr. K.S.V.K.S.Madhavi Rani, Associate Professor in Zoology, CHSD St. Teresa's Autonomous College for Women, Eluru. Today, let us learn the topic parathyroid gland. It comes under Human Physiology, Unit 4. Coming to the learning objectives of this topic, we will study about the introduction to endocrine glands and then the structure of the parathyroid gland, hormones secreted by the gland, functions of the hormones, and abnormalities caused due to hypersecretion and hyposecretion. Here in this picture, you can see various types of endocrine glands present in the body. One half is showing the part of the male and the other half is showing the part of the female. In this part, there is ovary and in this part, there is a testis. So, both of these are also endocrine glands. The other endocrine glands include pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, thymus and pineal gland. All these are the major endocrine glands present in the body. Coming to the introduction, the study of endocrine glands is called endocrinology. In unicellular organisms, all the functions are performed by a single cell. Example, protozoans. Amoeba is the well-known example for that. In that case, all the functions are performed by a single cell. In multicellular animals, that means in all higher organisms, several organ systems are present to perform different activities. So, examples are digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, reproductive system, so on and so forth. To coordinate the functions and to make the organism to act as a single unit, two systems are developed. They are nervous system and endocrine system. These two are in turn regulated by hypothalamus of brain and autonomic nervous system. All these together represent a single neuroendocrine system. Neuro related to nervous system, endocrine is related to endocrine glands. So this neuroendocrine system regulates all the activities of the body. Coming to the types of glands. What is meant by a gland? A gland is an organ which secretes some secretion. There are two types of glands, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. What is the main difference between the two? The exocrine glands are provided with a duct. Liver, salivary glands, gastric glands, what they do? They secrete some secretions and those secretions are sent to a distant part through a duct. Coming to the endocrine glands, they have no ducts. They are also called as ductless glands. They secrete hormones directly into the blood. Here you can see the pictures of exocrine gland and also the endocrine gland. Coming to the general points related to hormones, here Starling and Baylis, these two scientists defined the hormone as a chemical substance which is released from one group of cells. They travel through the blood to show the effect on different groups of cells. The hormones bring about physiological balance throughout the whole life, from birth to death. Physiological means related to various functional activities going on in the body. They regulate the body fluids. They act as catalysts. A catalyst is a material which speeds up the rate of reaction and at the end of the reaction it remains unchanged. They act as chemical messengers. The endocrine glands are interrelated. We have seen so many endocrine glands in the first picture. So all of them are interrelated. A hormone regulates its own secretion indirectly through other glands. It is called feedback mechanism. It may be negative or positive. Here, A stimulates B, B stimulates the production of C, but increased concentration of C inhibits B. This is called negative feedback mechanism. Consider A, B and C are the endocrine glands. Example, thyroid hormone. And then again another case, A stimulates B, B stimulates C and again C stimulates B. This is called positive feedback mechanism. Example, release of oxytocin during labor pains. Level of the hormone is self-regulated. This is the typical example of negative feedback mechanism where the thyroid hormones are regulated by the TSH hormone produced by the pituitary gland. In this case, when the level of one hormone increases, the level of other hormone decreases. Coming to the positive feedback mechanism, best example is the production of oxytocin, which is released at the time of delivery of the baby. Next, coming to the parathyroid gland, it is associated with the thyroid glands. In this picture, you can see the thyroid gland here, containing two lobes joined by isthmus. Here, the parathyroid glands are present. Here also you can see very clearly this is the thyroid gland, and the four dots, black dots, they represent the parathyroid glands. It contains four small oval bodies embedded on the thyroid. Here you can see the parathyroid glands very clearly. Two bodies are called internal parathyroids and two bodies are called external parathyroids. It is composed of three types of cells: chief cells, auxiphyll cells and intermediate cells. The hormone secreted by the parathyroid gland is parathormone or Collips hormone, after the scientist's name. Coming to the functions, it maintains calcium level. It is very essential for life. It regulates excretion of phosphate and it is important for metabolism of vitamin D. Vitamin D is also known as sunshine vitamin, So, it is important for metabolism of vitamin D. Coming to the hyposecretion of this hormone, hypo means when the level of this hormone is low, what is the result? It causes tetany. Here in this picture, you can see the person affected by this disease. It is a neuromuscular disorder. The nerves and muscles are affected. In this case, calcium content of the blood decreases. Bone growth is retarded. Spasm of muscles takes place. The muscle may be eye muscle, laryngeal muscle, limb muscle, any muscle. Respiration is rapid, heart rate increases, temperature rises. It is a rare disease. When thyroid is removed during surgery, thyroidectomy, it is also called as thyroidectomy. So when thyroid is removed during surgery, parathyroids may also be removed unknowingly. So this is the condition affected by tetany. Coming to hypersecretion, hyperparathyroidism, here you can see the increased size of the parathyroid gland. It causes osteitis fibrosa cystica. Here, the calcium and phosphorus move out of the bone. The level of the calcium in the blood rises. It is deposited on the wall of the arteries. So, bones fracture frequently and fibrous cysts develop in the area of destruction. So, renal disorders are observed. Polyuria, vomiting are also observed. Formation of stones in the kidneys due to increased level of calcium in the blood. We have already studied that the level of calcium in the blood rises. So, they form stones in the kidneys. Now, let us summarize the lesson. We have studied about various endocrine glands present in the body and we have studied about the regulatory mechanism of the functioning of endocrine glands. We have studied about the structure of the parathyroid gland, the hormones secreted by the gland, functions of the hormones, and we have also studied about the abnormalities caused due to hypersecretion and hyposecretion. Thank you girls for joining the class.